There's some challenges, some things that's been going on, and some situations that got people feeling a little awry. They're not really sure what's going on, but I want to make sure that I reach out to each and every one of you guys to assure you that everything is A-OK. I've been doing this for a long time, guys. I've been successfully building teams, successfully building networks, successfully building organizations. I've been able to help thousands of people have amazing results in their lifetime. I've been able to help a lot of people win in the business of home business and network marketing. And I want to have this quick call with you guys because as I'm actually in my car, guys, you know I'm traveling. As we actually set a tone for what we're about to do going into 2017, I recognize, like I was talking to a lot of the leaders, and I talk all the time about the transitioning, the passing of the baton, how people, how the right energy, the right environment. People normally can't survive. If the wrong person is in the wrong environment, they won't survive. Even if the wrong person may be in the right environment, they won't survive. If the environment is right, guys, and we have created a strong organization, a strong situation, all we got to do is believe in what we have going on, and I promise you, I've been doing this for a lot of years. I've watched the same thing happen. I've left organizations. I've left companies. I've had to start all over from scratch. I've had to do it based off of what I had to do for my family, and everyone has the right to feed their family and do what they got to do for their family, and I recognize all those things, but a lot of times when that happens, most people still want to continue doing what they're doing. They don't know how to internalize it, and the best way I can help you understand is when you have a job, when you have a business, if you hire people to come work for you and they leave, you may feel, oh, man, I hate that you left, but I understand, okay, great, there's stuff, and you go find other people to replace those people. And even in this company, I told you, TeamUNITY had top leaders that when they first launched, a lot of people quit. A lot of people, it was too rough. A lot of people, they took their eyes off the prize. They didn't focus. And when they look back later on, they found, guys, that they made the wrong decision. A lot of them are coming back now 2 or 3 years later because a lot of these companies, they try to get started in things they try to work out didn't work. All right? And so I'm saying to you guys that I want the best for everybody. I want people to always win. I want people to be able to feed their families and their families to be okay. All right, but I want you to get it into your mindset, guys, that as we transition to 2017, there has to be a new beginning. And the reason why I always said this thing about TeamUNITY and all the founder members of TeamUNITY, like Marlon and Marissa and Anne-Marie and Denise Canterbury, all these other leaders that's been with us since the indoctrination of our team into Trinidad, Tobago, throughout the Caribbean. I'm not the leader of TeamUNITY. I'm not the founder of TeamUNITY. That's never been my importance of no title or my ego. I'm about the fact that it's you and I together, yes. TeamUNITY stands for you and I together, yes. I'm about the unification of all of us working together, right, as we start to build something big for a lot of people across the world. But guys, we're at the precipice of change. And I want you to understand that the same way people leave jobs and we continue to go, we continue to show up for ourselves. If your best friend leaves the job, you're like, I love you. But you can't leave the job because your best friend left the job. You can't leave the job when the job is working for you. It's not working for your best friend. And I've watched people leave and I had to continue on, and I've watched people not do anything, and I still went on to go on to build something big for myself and my family. And I watched people leave and they came back. All right, and I was able to incorporate them into the flow. And I watch people leave, and we're still good friends, even though I left those companies years back. And they're top leaders in other companies. I'm top leaders in this company, and we've still been best friends and good friends, guys. I'm not concerned about a paycheck from people. So people leaving doesn't affect me where I shut people off, where I block people out. Only time I would do that if a person becomes aggressive and nasty and all this other stuff. But other than that, no, it won't be no blocking. There won't be no hiding. It won't be none of those things. Because what I'm going to be doing, guys, is working with people who want to step up. When I actually reach out to me, that's my invitation for you to understand that there's a lot that you don't know. A lot that has been too complicated in the process. And because it's too complicated, you haven't been able to feel that you can duplicate it. People can't duplicate, when it's too much stuff. Trinidad, Tobago, Caribbean, a lot of times there's been so much stuff that's been not able to be duplicated. Even when I went to St. Lucia, I was showing how I do certain things, and it was like, I thought it was something much more than this because every time before it was just too much, and we could never duplicate that. We couldn't get it. But, guys, the duplication process is real simple, and we're going to help you in your process of learning how to build a team, learning how to go out here and get your customers to build your own business so that you can better have long-term residual income. Denise Canterbury told me today, Brother Scott, I'm not going anywhere. I love this because I got so many people on my team that's like, Ms. Canterbury, for the first time ever in networking, since I've been doing other companies, I got residual income that's been helping me pay for this, helping me pay for that, helping me put money in my account, helping me take care of my family. So, guys, listen, we got the best opportunity, the best compensation plan, the best everything. Well, let me see if I can reach Mr. Kenny Lloyd. I know he told me he was in a meeting. I told him I would bridge him in at 2 o'clock. He may be busy because I didn't get a chance to do it right at 2 o'clock, but I'm still going to try to see if I can bridge Mr. Kenny Lloyd, guys. So give me 1 second really fast. All right, good stuff, Mr. Kenny Lloyd. So I appreciate you taking time. I know you told me, sir, that you were actually about to step into a meeting, but you definitely said that based off of what's going on, you were willing to step out of the meeting or even take this call while you were in the meeting. I'm on a webinar platform. The team in Trinidad and Tobago, there's a lot of people on the line. They can actually see your picture as I got you up on the platform, sir. But as I told you, there's been a changing of the guard. There's been some decisions that people had to make for themselves and their families that have not aligned them no longer with TLC. And I want to make sure that based on the fact that you're the number 3 network marketer in the world, you're the top income earner in this entire company, one of the top income earners in the entire industry of home-based business and network marketing and business in itself. You've been doing this for countless years. You've been having major success for countless. You've trained and coached and mentored hundreds of thousands of people. I want to make sure that you spend a moment of time, if you will, sir, just to share with everyone here on the phone line that's in Trinidad and Tobago that may have a little bit of uneasiness in their spirit about this moment. If you can help them understand their purpose and their realignment, sir. And I know you got to get back to your meeting, but I appreciate you to take some time, Mr. Kenny Lloyd. And so, guys, you guys heard me introduce this gentleman. He's an industry icon leader. I mean, speaker, mentor, coach. One of the best who ever done it at the highest level of respect. So you guys know Stormy Wellington. Well, this is Stormy Wellington's sponsor. This is my direct link to the company. There ain't no in between. We're directly connected to the top people in the world, home-based business network marketing. Mr. Kenny Lloyd, sir, the phone call is yours.
All right. So, hey everybody. First of all, I got to say that, Jason called me, and man, you all got to know that. Given where we are as a company and our growth, given where I am in the position I'm in, going from event to event, planning events, and I try to talk to and help as many people as I can in the field. It's just not easy to get me, but I got to say that when I see certain people call me, who don't call me often, not complaining, not whining, not even needing a lot of help, like Jason, I answer the phone. He does have a direct link to Stormy, which a lot of people do not. He has a direct link to me, and it's because of who he is and how hard he works, and he represents you all very well. I've never ever had a conversation with Jason when he wasn't really just emphatically and passionately talking about the Trinidad market. I mean, and I don't even think I have to sell anybody on that, because here's a guy that comes over there and spends, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time. A lot of people come into countries and they just come and they go. But this guy comes in and he really helps build the market. So I got to shout out to him and tell you all that, that you all are truly blessed to have somebody who cares like that. The nature of this business, and it really is the very nature of it, says that everybody has a season. There's certain people that are designed to come and give you a boost, and then they just disappear. There's certain people that just go from company to company because they're seeking something that does not exist, and that's the perfect environment, and there are people who get mad and leave companies, which from a business standpoint, if I haven't learned anything in my 57 years, soon to be 58, that's amazing, that, you can't get emotional when it comes down to your business. That, you have to remove the emotions, because when I've never made a good decision when I was mad, because it was all emotionally charged. I would get mad and I would make a decision for the moment, and it always turned out to be not so good of a decision. And so I've learned to remove the emotions. Now, yeah, am I passionate about what I do? I am. And do I get emotional sometimes? It's hard because I'm human, but I'm still working on it. So I say that don't be swayed, or don't be confused, or don't let fear creep into your world when you see people leave, because this is what happens. When we first joined this company, I joined it with a vision, because I shared it with, you all know the story. I shared it with Irwin and Twyla Portis. I shared it with Greg and Nika Scott. I shared it with Stormy. With so many, I shared it because I saw something that not a lot of people saw. I saw a company that was doing $12 million, that had products that worked. I'm talking about, because I don't care what anybody says about TLC. You can never say that we don't have an incredible compensation plan, because anybody that's ever left, I've never heard anybody say, I left because the compensation plan wasn't good, or I left because the products weren't good. It was always emotionally charged, okay? Or some people leave because their season is up. And I don't knock anybody who makes a decision to leave, because I think that you have to pursue your journey. But for those of you all that are here, and that your spirit is telling you to lock your feet in and get ready to grow some roots, I'm telling you, it's going to be the best decision that you've ever made. Because just as I saw a company that was doing $12 million, I shared with Irwin and Twyla and Greg and Nika Scott that I guarantee you that within 2 years, this company is going to be at $100 million. Guess what? We were at $100 million. I am telling you now that based on the things that are going on, and I feel so bad because many of you all don't have the benefit of seeing the things that I see. And you got to know that I make my money the way that you make your money. And I promise you this, you all have my absolute word. And my word, I've never lied to anybody. Have I let people down before? Well, sure. But I never lied. It was never intentional. But I will tell you this with no uncertainty, that if I ever felt like my spirit revealed to me that this opportunity had come to an end, I promise you that Jason would be on the phone sharing something different with you. If I had a vision, if it was revealed to me that this company, that the season of abundance was up in TLC, I promise you that Jason would be introducing me and we would be talking about where we're getting ready to go. But that is not the case. And I make my money like you all. And again, I want you to understand that I'll be 58 years old next month, in the end of this month. So therefore, I don't have the luxury of waving pom-poms for a company that's going down. I don't have the luxury of lying to people. Look, I look at it like I just don't have, I would probably have one more good run in me. But this company is making moves now. Like, you're going to very soon see a new back office. You're going to see some moves happening in Trinidad where it's easier for you all to do business. You're going to see some new products, and you're going to see a lot more diversity. And I think that when you look at diversity, it tells you about the growth of the company. I always said that when you look at companies, and I think Jason will attest to this, when you look at the companies that became billion-dollar companies, it kind of went like this. Most people, the first people that joined, they really built their natural markets and built it to a point where they built a platform to the point where other people could see the potential. See, in the beginning, all people could see the woods, and they don't believe and they don't think it's going down. But the people who are like the pioneers, they chop down the trees and they use those trees to build a platform that was built high enough so the next wave of people could see the promise of the opportunity. And that's what happened. And so that was us. We were the pioneers. It started with us, with the African Americans in the United States, and expanded out to the Caribbean. And so the next wave is the Latinos. the Latino secular population in network marketing, they help propel companies to another level. I mean, Jason, would you attest to that? Am I right or wrong about that?
You're exactly right, sir. You're exactly right.
Okay, so the Latinos, they come. So you have to watch the flow because the flow tells you what's about to happen. And then, so now the Latino secular population, they're building. I mean, and they're building fast and they're building big, and their secular population hasn't been adequately even touched yet because they haven't even touched the Latinos in America. They've been in South America. So in the next 8 months, you're going to see the Latino secular population take us to 250 million. I guarantee. And then the next phase is the Asian persuasion. And I'm telling you, they've already begun coming. And so if you look at the history of this industry, if you look at the facts, I don't deal in excitement. I don't deal in fluff. I deal in the history of the industry in the course of a company going from 0 to $1 billion. And I will tell you that we're on track. One of the things that we talked about doing, Jack Fallon, I was with him, and John Licari, we spent 18 hours together the week before last in a boardroom. And we had breakfast, lunch, and dinner in there. And we talked about where the company is going. And we talked about the companies that had become billion-dollar companies and how. And you know what? There are a lot of companies that most people think are dead. But what happened is that these companies really started adopting a retail model. Now, and so because of this, man, these companies' business model is solid. People, they have millionaires that have been developed in those companies that no one knows about. Man, I'm telling you, where we're about to go is incredible. Look, we are solid. We are stable. I don't care what anybody says. See, people have to say negative things about us when they leave to justify their decision. But you have to know the root of the decision. It is a selfish decision. Is it a decision based on fear? Is it a decision based on anger? What is the root of it? Because you have to know that before you make a conscious decision to follow that. Because when you follow somebody that's made a bad decision based on emotions, you get caught up in that bad decision, and that kind of taints your future. So I don't want to see that happen. See that happen to anybody. We are solid. We are on track. We're about to go to the next level. And I swear, I hope that each and every one of you all sees it and believes it and there when it happens, because it's going to happen. I'm telling you that now. So, Jason, I'm going to turn it back over to you, man, because I got my next call that's calling in on me. Man, I respect you. I appreciate you. Anytime you need my help, you call me, okay?
I do appreciate you so much, sir. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for just spending some time at this moment in time where we are as an organization and team. Thank you so much again, sir.
All right, thank you, Jason. Bye.
Bye now. Well, guys, you got a chance to hear directly from Mr. Kenny Lloyd, and you heard directly from the top of the leadership of the company. Hearing from Mr. Lloyd is hearing from the CEO. The whole shape of this company has been shaped by this gentleman who got a chance to get involved in the company 3 years ago. And because it has been shaped, he has the ear of the entire company because what he said was going to happen, happened. So now they don't just make decisions. He's part of the decision-making in the company. He has a high level of respect. He always talks about Trinidad and Tobago. He always tells people every meeting when he sees me, if he sees me, he always, even when I was at the event in Miami with Stormy, he would say, listen, guys, that team in Trinidad and Tobago, man, that's I've been out that way, 1,000 people in the room. That energy is high level. I already see there's going to be 6 and 7 figure income earners out of that marketplace. Guys, I'm telling you, the same way he saw that for other people, he saw that in Dominican Republic, and now we got 6 and 7 figure income earners there. He saw that here in the U.S. We got 6 and 7 figure income earners. He's going to see that for Asia. He also sees that for the Caribbean. All companies go through this transition, and it's not going to be the first time you're going to have that. Some of you have had people who started and they left. It's the nature of the business. Our job is to remove emotion and understand this is a business for you. And the same way you hire people and they decide they no longer want to work for you, you just keep your doors open. And if you understand it from that standpoint, guys, you are going to be A-OK. I'm going to find some time to get back with you guys individually. Hit me up and let me know what I can do, individual calls, trainings, and things with your individual groups. Make sure you guys are plugging into TeamNGD.com because I'm going to be making sure that I'm going to be updating and the training and making sure you guys got updated Dare to Dream and the basic steps. The same 4 phases of things and 4 steps that we've been training on since we got involved in the company and what the company does here and why people are earning income in Latin America using the same steps. I'm going to teach you guys from square one how to become the type of leader that you always want to become. But now you can do it with no hindrance. Nothing's going to stop you. Nothing's getting away. Nothing's going to try to tear you down because my job is to always build you up. So, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys who logged on. Thanks for spending some time with me. As you see, guys, Stormy Wellington's right there. And as you see, Stormy Wellington's right now in London. And what you see right there, what you see at the bottom, the reason why I did this picture because I looked for her to talk. And when she talks later, I'm going to put it back up, guys. It says 1,000 families, right? But understand, look at the bottom down there when she posted on her Instagram page. It said, in the midst of chaos. That means all the people, she's in London. She's out there to do meetings and trainings for a team that just got started a few months back. But they've had challenges and people leaving and stuff, but they've gone on to do something big, and she's out there right now. But you see that it says in the midst of chaos. All the people in the background who look like they're all over the place, but look at the quiet storm. Look at how calm she is. Look how it says hashtag TLC pays. Look at how it says 1,000 families strong. Guys, listen to me. We're TeamUNITY. You and I together, yes. Nothing's going to stop what we have going on. We're not going backwards. We're going to continue to move forward. We're going to continue to build this thing big for our families. And I'm going to be here with each and every one of you guys. I'll be coming out that way soon to spend some time with you. Get yourselves and your organizations back onto the call when I let you know that Ms. Wellington will be available. I don't know if that's going to be tonight or sometime tomorrow based on her schedule. But I'll have her just address you guys as well, really fast as well. But, guys, let's put a series. I'm going to get my calendar out with you. I'm going to put a series of events on the books for you where I can do some live calls like this for your organization, some people showing the plans, doing what we got to do, so I can help you stabilize yourselves and organizations and work with you personally. So when I come to Trinidad and Tobago, I'll be working with the overall group, but individual leaders, Shelly and her group, Denise and her group, Anne Marie and her group, and Rissa and her group. Everybody we work with, but we don't work individually. We're going to be collective. But I like doing home parties for everybody's groups at the same time and stuff, guys. But everybody's going to be invited to everything. There's no emotions. There's no negative energies. Whatever you guys thought that there was a challenge, this has allowed everybody to be on ground one. Everything after this point is no longer, the only opposition is going to be from this point on is the opposition that we have inside of ourselves. When we get upset, when we stop loving, when we stop liking, when we start feeling that everybody's against us, it ain't nobody else, it's us at this point. We can no longer say it's somebody else. Because if you do the same thing, no matter what company you're in, you're going to have the same result. If you're here and you can't keep leaders connected here, no matter where you go at, you're not keep leaders connected there. If you have challenges here, you're going to have challenges there. If you can't recruit here, you can't recruit there. If you're not going to do the work here, you're not going to do the work there. So I advise you guys to stay the course. Some people are just casual connectors, and that's their role. I trained last night with a global director who asked me, I'm a national, but there's a global who asked me to speak to her team. And I told them in a private session, I said, some people are just casual connectors. Their job is to come in, and their season is to bring you the components and the people that you need to go, that you're going to take that team to the next level. It's not about the person that you personally sponsor. It's about the organization and the relationship that you build past that. I've done enough work individually with all of you guys to know that, so you know that I'm real. And my relationship with each and every one of you guys is sound. And I'm going to continue to help you guys build. I love each and every one of you guys. Hit me up individually. I sent you guys, Shelly, other people. I've sent you guys private inbox on WhatsApp. Marlon, everybody, make sure you respond back to me. Make sure you guys are connected to me. Don't try to make this transition by yourself. That's why I got Kenny on the phone, because I can do this by myself. But I showed you guys that you don't have to do it by yourself. You let me help you in the transition of your group. Most of them don't know what's going on. Most of them have had no direct connection or nothing like that. Most of them it don't matter to them, and it shouldn't matter to you either. All right, guys, I promise you, I'm going to take you to 6 figures. I promise you I'm going to take you to 7 figures. I only make money when you make money, so I promise you I'm going to help you. But now you got to work. You got to know that you can work directly with me. You don't have to call nobody and ask if it's okay. It's okay to work around. It's okay for other people to work around with your teams and your people, guys. You always want your sponsors and your leadership to be able to have direct connection with your team. It's our job to facilitate fast growth for you. In between, to do the things that you can't do at the moment to make sure your team keeps moving. When you respect that, your team will respect that when you do it. And I'm going to help you guys become the leaders that you've always dreamed possible. I love each and every one of you guys. This is Jason L. Scott the First all over the world. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Love you all.